Hello, friends. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to look at the energies for November 2020 for life path number 11-2. So that's master number 11-2. So 11s. November is a 6 energy, collective energy, basically, universal energy. And what that means is that the focus is really going to be centered around community, unity, love, family, health, service, and compassion. And so I really feel like the spotlight for the collective in November will be centered around home, family, and community. So just keep that in mind as things come up for you if they are focused on those areas. So one way to move through this energy, 6 energy is very loving, nurturing, giving energy when it's in its highest expression. But sometimes it can be taken to the extreme and it can feel almost smothering in a way. And so it's really important to be aware of the difference this month between being helpful and interference. So not only in how you show up for others, you may be showing up trying to be helpful, but if that other person or the other party doesn't accept that help or ask for it, then there's a fine line between being helpful and interfering with that person's circumstances. And the same thing can be said for you. If someone is kind of pushing their way into your space with the intent to be helpful, but you haven't asked for that help or you're not open to receiving it, then they may be more or less interfering, not intentionally, but sometimes that's the energy. And so it comes back to setting those healthy boundaries. It's okay to say no to somebody. It's okay to ask for your own space or ask for them to, not interfere or interject, basically. And so it's okay for you to say no. It's also okay for others to say no to you. And so there's just this level of respect that comes up and understanding those boundaries. It's really important to also understand that the highest expression of the 6 energy really recognizes the sense of responsibility we all have for our own well-being, as well as the well-being of others. So where that comes into play is around community. So you may see this month especially, there may be some divisiveness between your home life, your family, your community, and 2 energy, which is your life path. 11 is the extension of that energy, but the 2 energy is the peacekeeper, is the mediator, brings people together, sees all sides of things and then mediates appropriately. And so you may be called this month to really sort of, again, be the peacekeeper and swallow your pride a little bit and humble yourself to be able to see all sides, even if you don't necessarily agree with them, but to be that peacekeeper. You don't want to fuel the fire for divisiveness when you can be the one to help with inclusiveness, right? So however that shows up for you, but with that being such a core piece of your energy, that peacekeeping energy and that mediator energy, I do think that you're going to see opportunities this month come up, whether that's within your home life, your family situation, or within your community, to be the one who, offers that olive branch type thing, okay? And so what I did was I broke down November into 4 weeks, and then I pulled an animal spirit card to get an idea of the overall energy. So first we'll look at the first 4 weeks of the month and see where we're at. Okay, so first week of November for 11s. What's interesting is there's like this major kind of truth or clarity coming through to cut through the layers of BS, basically. And so major clarity coming in at the beginning of the month. And this clarity is offering you an opportunity for balance. So it's up to you what you do with this energy and what how you harness it. And it also depends on you to be open to the messages that are coming in. So sometimes when, messages come in, when truth comes in, when we're forced to see something, sometimes what we see is not always what we had hoped to see or what we, wanted to see, but it's what we need to see. Okay. And so it's kind of like this beginning of the month, we are being faced with some major truths that will shine light on what was clouded before. And so, and if we can accept this truth, then, and be open to it and explore it, then it will lead to a balance we haven't felt in a while. Okay. So it's very divinely guided. It's very in our best interest. So just be open to the messages that come in for you. Be open to, again, all sides, hearing and understanding all sides of the story, and not making impulsive or snap decisions. Because again, you guys are that, those inspirational leaders. And it's like you guys are that two energy of the peacekeeper, but at an even elevated level. And so you're really going to be called to be stepping into that energy this first week of November. And again, because it's that 6 collective universal energy, I feel like it's going to be around home, family, or community. So it could also be around health. So if that's something that comes in for you, maybe something being shown to you that you need to take action on. So yeah, however it comes in for you. This, of course, is a general reading. So then we move into the second week of November, and it's interesting because one of the shadow sides of 11-2s, especially 2s, is moodiness and basically hypersensitivity and being caught up in your emotions. Okay, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that we're always being asked to find the balance. And when it comes to emotions, we are meant to feel all the emotions, but we're also meant to find the balance within those emotions so that we can harness that energy, because emotions are energy, harness that energy to use it for our highest good and our highest expression. And so the second week of November, I'm really feeling like there's an opportunity for you to be hyper-focused on the negativity, on the things that are going wrong, on the things that are, frustrating for you, or bringing up, the things that other people are doing wrong, or just that low vibe, negative energy. And you seem to be very hyper-focused on it at this time. And what the universe is asking of you, or your higher consciousness is asking of you, is to shift your focus in whatever means you can find to do that, to find the positivity, to find the light, to find the things that are going good within your life, right? It's kind of like we don't want to avoid the reality of what's going on, but we also need to be aware of the good things that are also happening, right? The things that we're grateful for, the things that are gives us hope and gives us the light at the end of the tunnel, or the things that are happening, somebody showing up in love, somebody showing up in support, something good happening. And so this is a really great opportunity this week, especially for 11-2s, to keep a gratitude journal. I highly, highly recommend that. And basically, all that entails is you just writing down each day, even if it's just one thing, but 1 to 5 things that you're truly grateful for that happened that day. And you will be surprised at how quickly your entire attitude, your entire demeanor, your entire circumstances begin to shift, because you're opening up the space for that positive energy to come in, for those good things to come in. You're showing appreciation for those and telling the universe, yes, I want more of this, instead of being hyper-focused on the negativity or the things going wrong. Because when we do that, when we're hyper-focused on the bad things or the shit that's hitting the fan, then we're just telling the universe, this is what we're focusing our energy on, so this is what we want more of, right? It's like we tend to forget how truly powerful we are when it comes to, manifestation. And I use the word manifestation with the understanding that intentional action, right? So it's like if you continue, you will see what you focus on. So if you continue to focus on the negativity, you will continue to find the negativity within the world. But if you can shift that energy, if you can shift that focus, and even when shit is hitting the fan, you can still look around and be like, okay, well, this is still good. This is still positive. This is still happening within my life that I'm grateful for. So you're just finding that balance. Again, it's like this is life. We came to this 3D plane for some of the most difficult, lessons and training I think we ever get in matter form. And so it's kind of like, we're going to have those trials. We're going to have those tribulations and those challenges, but we don't have to stay stuck in that energy. We don't have to keep focused on it. And so the second week of November, there's really this opportunity, and it's all up to you to shift that focus, to sort of force the hand and be like, you know what? Yes, this, and this are happening, and it's awful and it's terrible and I don't like it. But what else is happening? What good is happening? What good can I pull out of this? What lessons can I learn from this? What is the universe trying to show me through these challenges? Where is the good? And that's not a Pollyanna or, super positive, be super positive kind of speech. It's just we always have the choice of how we want to look at something and experience something. And that doesn't make it any more easy, make it any easier. It just says we have the power to shift our focus. And where we focus our energy is what drives our experience, okay? So, interesting the second week of November, but, I'm not surprised because, emotions are such a big part of the human experience. And for 11-2s, sometimes when you are moving through your journey and you fall out of alignment, which we all fall in and out of alignment throughout our journey, but when you fall out of that alignment, you can be hypersensitive. You can allow your emotions to be in control of you and really get the better of you. And so you just have to remember you're always in the driver's seat. You always have the control as far as how you view the circumstances, okay? And so the second week, you're just being asked to shift that focus a little bit if you can, all right? Find a way to be able to do that. It will change the whole dynamic. Then as you move into the third week of November, it's interesting. It's kind of like beginning of the month, you have this clarity coming in that kind of offers you new balance. Second week, you have this opportunity to shift your focus. And then third week, you have this opportunity for a new journey, a change in direction, a new exciting venture that really should get you excited, okay? And so it seems very light, it seems fun, it seems like you're just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to go on my own path and I'm going to go on an adventure. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to explore. And this could be body, mind, spirit, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be literal. It doesn't have to be about a physical adventure or journey, but it can be body, mind, spirit. So however it comes in for you. But it's this opportunity for just breaking free and no holds barred and exploring an expansion. So again, beautiful opportunity. Remember though, you have to show up for it. You have to say yes to it. So you can choose to be like, you know what? I want to stay within the confines of my comfort zone and I don't want to take this opportunity. And that's fine. But the opportunity is there for you to break free, for you to start a new adventure, to start a new journey, to do something that's going to take you to new heights, right? To just bring in so much potential for the future. And so basically the call is to say yes to what your soul is asking you to say yes to. And you're going to feel it from within. You're going to feel that excitement, that fire, that passion to do whatever this is, to say yes to this opportunity. But if you allow the emotions or the ego to get too involved, then you may talk yourself out of it. And so the call is to take a leap of faith this third week of November and understand that you're starting from a clean slate with whatever this is. And now it's up to you what you create with that, right? It's like you have this clean canvas and you've just been given all brand new paints and it's up to you what you choose to create with that. So it's really this sense of creative freedom and creative, again, body, mind, spirit. So you get to decide, which is really, really fun, exciting energy. I love that for you guys. Then as you move into the fourth week of November, it's interesting because what immediately is coming to mind is that you are not meant to be an island. You're not meant to do the hard stuff on your own. You're meant to seek out support and you're meant to receive support. And so when I talked about that 6 energy and setting healthy boundaries, sometimes with 11-2s, again, when you guys are out of alignment, you can set unhealthy boundaries where you kind of blockade yourself from allowing others in emotionally or allowing others in to assist, not allowing them in to dictate to you what to do, but to be supportive and to offer resources to help you on your journey. So there's this feeling this 4th week of November for you all where it's like you're just trying to do it all alone. You're trying to do the heavy lifting when it clearly says 1 or 2 or more people required to do this lifting, right? And so this is an opportunity for you to take advantage of this 6 collective energy. And when people come to you and want to assist you and want to help you, then it's okay to say yes to that, right? It's like, you can still say no to the interference, but if it's somebody's genuinely coming to you and wanting to lighten the load or just be there to listen or to, help you through whatever it is that you're facing, it's okay to say yes to that, right? It's okay to be vulnerable and open up to that and create space for that, right? It's like you don't need to push people away because you're afraid of being hurt, right? It's like allow the people who are on your team to show up and assist you. And I know that can be difficult. That can be difficult for all humans, but that can be especially difficult for 11-2s. So it may be that, you're like, well, nobody's coming to me offering support, but it may be that in the past you've pushed people away when they've tried to do that. And so now the call is you need to ask for the support. You need to ask others to help you. And, find your support team. If you don't have a support team or you don't know who they are, there are there's professionals who you can go to seek that support. Okay, so it's just whatever calls to you. But there's really this call at the end of the month to lighten the load and allow people to assist you in your journey. Okay, you can do it all alone, but it's going to be a lot more challenging and it's going to be a lot more, it's going to take you a lot longer to get where you're headed. So just allow others to come in and shower you in that 6 energy of love, support, and giving. Okay. So this is a call to receive, and it's really a call to receive that assistance and that support. Okay. So like I said, I pulled an animal spirit card to see what the overall energy for the month was for 11-2s. And it's interesting, you guys got platypus spirit. And platypus is quite direct. And the message is, stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. So like I said, platypus is a little direct, but the message is genuine. And so again, it comes back to that 2nd week of November where it's like, pay attention to where you're focusing your energy. Are you hyper-focused on the negativity and the things going wrong within your life? Or are you each day trying to find some good, trying to find that hope, trying to find that light? Because again, the more you do that, it's not avoiding the reality of what's going on, but it's balancing that energy and finding the good alongside of the bad, right? It's like we are, living in a 3D world that has polarities, that has positive, that has negative. And it's when we fall into one of those extremes that we really start to see the challenges and things start getting a little dicey. And so it's always about bringing it back to the center, bringing it back to the balance. Same thing when it's like things are going so good. There is always this energy of like, something coming in to sort of balance that out, because let's face it, we came to this planet for soul growth, for expansion, and you can't have transformation and expansion without those challenges. We didn't come here to just, sip tea and chill. So there's going to be those challenges, but it's up to us to find the balance. And so again, it's just continue to do that as much as you can. And a gratitude journal is really, really great for that. There you go. That's your November 11-2s. I think it's going to be a powerful month for you. I think there's a lot of opportunity for transformation, but I also think there's a really great opportunity for exploration and expansion and just being free to do what you want to do and explore what you want to explore. And there's some gratification in that. So harness that energy and enjoy it. This, of course, was a general reading. If you'd like a personal reading to look at the energies that are coming in for you specifically, just book some time with me. I'd love to look at those energies for you and help you on your journey. Otherwise, I'll be back again soon. Take care. Bye for now.